Okay, good evening, everyone. I thought I'm going to make a quick preset demonstration and show you the effects section because that was asked in the comments, and maybe just show some sounds and how the browser works. And I think, yeah, most of this stuff is, of course, available in form of Quantum video. So most of the things that this thing can do is already covered by someone who has quantum. But yeah, so I try to work with the comments for now, and if you have a question, I will then look into it. So we haven't covered filters yet, and also effects, and yeah, the browser itself. So how it works is you have attributes, banks, and authors. It's pretty neat actually how you can drill down through these massive amounts of patches. I think you can store up to 7,000. So at the top, first you got the attributes. You can set multiple attributes per patch. So then you got the banks, and banks are yeah, usually named like the designer, but we have something like, for example, Vintage Factory, and there you got some classic sounds like analog emulations. Jupiter 8, PWM, JX3P, I mean, yeah, SH101. That kind of stuff. So that's what I found interesting in here. Also, what is cool is that when you create your own patches, you get your own bank here right away, and also you can go by author. And one thing that annoyed me is that it sorts lowercase letters at the bottom. I hate that when sorting algorithms do that, because I always expect them here next to the C, obviously, but yeah. Okay. Then we also have on the side here feature, where you can say like, I want a sound that is layered, or I want just something that is in mono mode, or that has an arpeggio. That is meant with features. Now on the effect side, let's go over this real quick. You can chain up to 5 effects however you like. The options so far as to each individual effect, they are limited to 6 parameters here, left and right. So you got all the usual suspects here. You got the phaser, chorus, flanger, then you got a delay, reverb, and then slightly more unusual, you got an EQ and a compressor and drive. So let's check out, for example, the reverb. I guess that's what most people are interested in. And for each effect that you have, you can go between those, and they have sometimes different visuals, and you can bypass them here real quick. So yeah, of course, you also have here at the bottom some parameters. But yeah, it's usually just the ones on the side. Now, I'm not going to do a demonstration, I think, because we will hear lots of stuff soon enough. Now, what I found cool was the equalizer. Pretty okay to use. You have to tap which do you want to activate, then you have to find your preferred frequency, and then you can adjust the gain. And here you got a typical shelf, and there's a master gain for the entire EQ, and there's also a frequency shift that shifts and everything to either left or right, which is pretty cool, because I think if you have a certain strange curve, you could modulate this, so it's kind of neat. Then yeah, drive is just how much amount, and then you can see the folding going on here. What else was cool? Compressor. You get this history, so you can also see how it the compression affects it. Let's over the threshold, and then you get the usual visuals here. It's pretty sophisticated. You can change the look ahead, auto gain, makeup. Yeah, that's just a normal compressor, right? Yeah, and that's pretty much it about the effect sections. Then on the filter side, as I mentioned in the overview, you got different types of filters, models, I mean. And I noticed that each model has then their own type as well. So you got here the slopes, then you got band pass, high pass, low pass, and there's always a saturated and a dirty version. And I think there are the same with each model. Actually, it's the first time I checked that out. So yeah, you can see here it gets limited for a different model. Let's go away. Now when we go on Largo, we can see long list, and when we switch the filter to PPG, you can see it gets truncated. So yeah, there you have it, different types for different models. And what's very interesting is this link modes. You can have single boost, twin peaks, escaping, or position. That's one that I really like. Now that's for demonstration. Let's see. Now when I set the resonance and you move the cutoff, they go in opposing direction. You can get really interesting sweeps like that. Yeah, and there's plenty other modes here. Endless, I don't know. I haven't really tested them. But as you can see, what they do, as soon as they touch the end of the spectrum, they go back. Maybe that's what's meant with endless. Independent, yeah, what the name says, you can move them both independently, and so on and so forth. But yeah, the link stuff is really interesting. Also routing, I haven't looked at it yet fully, but it's pretty straightforward. You can set destinations. For example, I can say oscillator 1 should ignore everything here from the filters and go straight to the VCA. Then you can set how much ring mode is going on, and you can also assign different destinations here, or reset it all to main. Yeah, the Digi Former, that is this part here, the digital former, as I said in overview, that is, yeah, it can be many things, but also a filter. I noticed in many of the factory patches that the designers chose to use this one over that one. I found it pretty weird because usually the first thing you do when you load a patch and you want to see its range, you get a feel for the patch, you start moving the filter, and then all of a sudden, yeah, it's not doing anything. He disabled it, probably rerouted it or something, or you can also set filters as inactive. So yeah, sometimes they do that and use the digital former. And now let's go quickly over the types. You have bypass drive. From my experience, it's the same as we just saw in the effect section. Get the amount and then some folding. Then you got gain to boost the overall level. Then comb filter. That's a pretty nice one. Got plus and minus versions. Then yeah, the bit crusher is absolutely my favorite tool so far. Yeah, it really adds some nice high end to maybe some boring sounds or filtered sounds. And yeah, ring mod. Then you got the filter types. As I said, people, I saw them using this as the main filter for the patch. So of course you got here your resonance and frequency. The amount and color are always mapped to what makes sense for the type that you chose. So for comb, it's frequency and feedback, and bit crusher, it's the rate, and for, I don't know, drive, it's the model. You can then change the drive modes here. Yeah, pretty powerful stuff. Then what also is interesting here, you got a notch filter, and I haven't seen that yet inside the normal filter section. Let's verify this now. So we go to Nave, because I think this was Nave, right? Yeah, Nave notch 24. And let's see here in type. No notch. So this seems to be an exclusive for the Digi Former. So there you have it. If you look for a notch, then you need to use that one. Okay, now I would say let's go into the demos. You got here this low button, brings you always to the screen. Yeah, we already went over the selection process here, the filter options. And I would say we just start by all, and yeah, scrolling goes really quick actually. I really like this dial, and I don't know, just pick something and you can confirm by pressing down. Interesting. I think everything that follows here is Richard Devine. I would say let's go by bank then. Let's check out some stuff from PT. Oh, of course I get the split one. Replace, multi. Okay. So you can see by the light it's a sequence. Okay, next. And this is called Japanese Horizon. Horizon. Okay. There's some weird patches in here. I think they're layer based or something. Very, very long release here. Not on that curve. So let's see where. 13 seconds. Yeah, almost maximum time on the reverb. All right, let's go for something, I don't know, bank. Jörg Hüttner. In this page, use the notch filter. As you just heard, ping pong echo is also inside. Sub bass, not very subby. Let's go down a couple octaves. Okay. Not that impressive. How about we check out an arpeggio? So for that, we just go to all banks and go for feature arp. And what also is neat is when you set a filter, the next and previous button will also retain these filters. So in some machines, they will then just go back to the default listing, which is annoying. They thought about that. Okay, let's pick a chord. Okay. Okay. Sorry for the low volume, but the patch is a little quiet. Okay, there's multiple of those. And that was the end of it. Then let's take sequenced. A single one that is sequenced. Okay, I don't know. Maybe that doesn't really work also well. I don't know. Let's go back to feature all and I don't know. Let's check out WMF. Lots of classic patches in here. Definitely a bank for old sounds so far. Okay, Maxine Dangles. That would sound a lot better with some reverb. Someone asked in the comments if there's a possibility to have endless reverb. And I think that's the case. Well, seemingly endless. Yep, that's long enough for me. Okay, so we got that out of the way too. I would say it's time to wrap it up here, because I can't possibly go through all of them. And I'm pretty sure someone did that already on a Quantum or on their Iridium, so. I still have to change the way the knobs behave, that they jump to the value. I don't like that. Okay, yeah, that's it for the Iridium update for today. I hope I covered everyone. I don't think I missed any questions, but yeah, if you have new ones, just leave them in the comments, and I will see if I can add them to the next video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye!